Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, what is up? My name is Leo. You're watching the Argent Leo's gaming channel. Today we're playing Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 1. I'm commenting on another win victory royale. So let's get into today's video. I didn't actually record the live gameplay, so this is the recording from the server. And as usual, I am always looking for a shockwave hammer when landing, so I'm going to this castle over here as they usually have shockwave hammers. Someone landed next to me. I needed to eliminate that player as soon as possible, which I easily did because I did get that player off guard. So the thing is, as soon as you land, and if you do want to eliminate the players that surround you, you should prioritize getting a weapon and then going after that player. The shield and health, if you can get mini shields quickly, it's a good idea to maybe mini shield up, but it's always better to actually just attack those players and try and get them off guard so that you can get those first few easy elims. So right now I am looking for shield, as that tuffle did leave me with a little bit of damage. So we'll use this juice stuff to get the normal health up, and then shield up with the shield. That's the half shield. I'll have to talk you guys through the weapons because this is not a direct recording of the Series X. I wasn't actually planning on doing a Fortnite video on the day of this recording. I was just playing to pass some time, and I managed to get the win, and I thought, well, let me make a video. So right now what I'm playing with is a SMG in the first slot, and the shotgun in the second slot, and another SMG in the third slot. I would generally run my weapons like that. And the reason why I don't keep a shotgun in the first slot is because I've always played on standard controls. I am playing on Xbox, so the controller setup, I basically left it the way it was. I never really went onto YouTube, had a look at what the other players were doing and tried to copy them. I find that generally the controls, the layout of the controls by the developers are designed for comfort. So I obviously went with the comfort of the controller, my fingers not twisting all funny and being bent out all out of shape. I'm not saying that doesn't work. If you can master that, that's good. But getting back to why my shotgun is in the second slot, when I change weapons from my pickaxe back to my weapons, or from builds back to weapons, I do not use my RT buttons, my swapping buttons, which are generally the right trigger and the left trigger buttons. To do that, I normally press the same button that I use to swap to the build or swap to the I'm swapping from my builds to swapping from the build to the pickaxe, and from the pickaxe to the build, I just press the same button again. So I'm in the habit of doing that. So that is why a shotgun will not work in my first slot. You guys can try it out if you play that way, you know. Because if you play with standard controls like I am, and you put your shotgun in the first slot, and you won't really find it, you won't ever find an issue when changing back to the shotgun because it doesn't really make a difference. But anyway, enough of that. That's just why my shotgun is in the second slot and not in the first slot. Sorry, correction. It's the RB buttons, the buttons on the top of the controller. So it's not your right trigger buttons, your left and right bumper buttons actually swap your weapons out when you're in weapons mode. So back to the game. Okay, so right now I do not have a shockwave hammer. Shockwave hammers are ultra important in season 4. It's basically your only escape weapon that's not going to cause damage when you're trying to run away. Okay, and then there's these interesting rocks that I'm trying to master riding. Um, the shield thing is new in the game. I haven't had a chance to try it out properly. I may make a video in the future about it, maybe try and get a victory royale using it. But right now, I'm not 100% sure what it does. If anybody would like to give me some advice, have used it, and just want to tell me how it works before I figured it out on my own, you're welcome to. I don't mind. I love criticism as long as the language used is correct, so I can actually put that on my channel. Okay, so there's some shield which I don't need. I will prioritize shield and health when necessary. The thing with Fortnite is, okay, if it's not a chug gun and it's normal health and shield, I would prioritize depending on what I needed. So right there, I swapped out the half shield um, with the quarter shield, and I've only got one half shield with me. I'm playing with this thing for the heck of it. I suppose it may change in the future of the seasons. I think when you do slam on it and it starts to ride, they may make a change in such a way that you can actually stay on the thing for longer. Because right now it really doesn't make sense what it's doing there. You can maybe use it as a launching weapon, hiding behind it and then firing. But it could go either way because the other player could shoot on the thing and then it could react towards you instead of reacting away from you. So I don't know. I'll just keep playing with that thing and see what it does in the future. Fortnite has got the habit of changing out the way objects work, and we'll just have to see what that does later on in the game. So right now I'm having a personal battle with the storm, just trying to stay ahead of the storm. There is activity to the left of me, and I think I may attack that player. Okay, I busted his shield. And these slurp thingies will help. Okay. Oh, there's a player behind me that I didn't see. So let's try and eliminate this player on the top here. Oh, nice. And get him or her. But that player seems to be a little bit more aware of how to dodge the trucks. You get some players that actually run away from the trucks and other players that just know how to avoid them. And oh, okay, so his timing was off. They tried to avoid the last shotgun shot by jumping. I would have actually shot around the corner. His timing wasn't too off. It's just I wasn't there where he thought I would be to shoot him. Good move, player. And yes, this shield, not an expert at using it as yet. But I'm sure I'd like to make a video where, you use the shield, you use the hammer, and you use the Excalibur thing that shoots the Excalibur blades, in one video. That'll be cool. So right here, I'm just buying some time, shielding up. The chug cannon was empty there, so I decided to move towards the supply drop. you know, supply drops. There's always a challenge where you need to get so many supply drops and you get XP. So I try and open as many supply drops as possible. Not that in most cases I would take anything, but this launch pad would get me out of the immediate area quickly. Okay, didn't get me that far, but at least give me some time to choose an augment. Okay, I did receive the chug cannon, sorry, from the augments, but that's about it. The other stuff was just weapons. I didn't receive anything interesting in the augments other than reloading with light um, ammo and stuff like that. And okay, I did take this NPC as my assistant. I did hire that NPC. It's a different community altogether without the you know, the things that tell you that how much weapons you've got. And okay, here's another player. Okay, this player is quite a good solid builder. Oh, okay, I got him with a shot there. Still running full health. As you can see, I play quite carefully, especially if I want to win. It's basically how you need to play if you've got an extremely high ping. Well, in general, you know, not getting hit is a good way of winning a game. But I suppose the high ping players that actually win are a little bit more careful, and we prioritize learning the tricks to stay alive by not getting it. Whereas a player with a lower ping could have more of an aggressive style of playing. But obviously we've learned to counter that by using the weapons, using the bombs. So where I would say a lower ping player may be a more athletic player, if I can use that. We are more tactical players. Like, look at that, I chuck splash so that player would think I was still there, and now he's waltzing in, has no idea where I am, and because of the confusion, I was able to take out an attacking player without him really knowing what was going on. So we do things like that, I suppose, if you're playing on a higher ping. In one of my previous videos, I was explaining how the builds need to be done in a certain way. Instead of actually like building one layer of protection, you may have to hide behind two walls, which is a good strategy. I learned that actually in season 3 with the it was just before Christmas, and we get that that snowball firing exploding thingy. Anyway, at that time, my ping was actually way higher. I do have a few wins during that season, and my ping was so high that I actually had to hide behind 3 builds at a time to avoid getting eliminated by a player using that cannon. So I suppose my strategy has developed over quite some time, and I still lose to a player that can build really quickly, so fast that I'm not even able to hear them, or maybe the player builds okay, I'm just giving an estimate, but maybe about 8 blocks away from me and up, because then you're not going to hear a thing in your headset. And You can actually eliminate a player by building like that above him, which is quite reckless, and then firing at the player like from their height. If your ping is fast enough, if you've got the best weapon to do a quick elimination with, that actually works, believe it or not. Especially now that we've got to hide in these tower things because the landscape is so much more wider and open. You know, there's such few buildings. This is like season 1 all over again. I like that Fortnite has reset it and it's given players that are new to the game, if I can put it that way. You know, just new players playing Fortnite for the first year, playing Fortnite for the first month or whatever. The shockwave hammer actually eliminates or gives you actually a better advantage to players that are fast builders. Not saying that it negates quick builders altogether, but it gives you that advantage to actually get away from an extremely good player. I suppose that's why the hammer is staying in the game for so long. I'm giving the developers the benefit of the doubt, yes, so just work with me. They're smart guys and gals. I hate the fact that you can't spam a build after you land a blow on with the hammer. But I suppose for players that are not that quick in building, like, okay, I don't consider myself good at building. I avoid editing because my edits are slow because of the ping. And yeah, I can mess up with edits, so I'd rather place flat builds that don't need edits. I'd rather leave a space for myself to get through. If I do block myself, yes, then I will edit, but I try not to. So this is definitely not a good place to be in. I should actually get away. Whoops. And yeah, landing in the storm there is not a good idea. So as soon as I land, I need to build some protection. Because when I get shot, my player gets hurt really badly, really fast. Okay, and there's my non-player character running towards me to aid me. And she's alive for a long time, eh? It's like, okay, this guy needs to be shockwave hammered. Bye for now, player. Happy landing, hope you make it back. Or not. So that actually also gives you a chance to regroup if you manage to slam a player with that hammer. Mind you, I do have a win where I was slammed with the hammer and immediately swapped to my hammer and returned using the hammer and slammed that player and actually got a win. It's on my channel. It's awesome. It's a grand win. So the other player has got a rocket launcher, so that's why I'm building like so many steps, you know, so that if that player does fire that rocket, I've got a little bit of protection, but he is or she is placing the explosions like awesomely. It's damaging a lot of my structure. Because I can't see exactly. Okay, there I just pushed that player down, build up. I built on top of that build. So I wouldn't say I'm a horrible builder. I mean, I do build using common sense. Okay, this player dropped down. And away and is firing from behind that rock. So I'm going to launch in using the shockwave hammer and I'm going to land a blow. Oh, that was nice. On top end. The thing about Fortnite is, okay, it was an advantage that I was able to hit the player, but I put that player at an advantage because I hit that player when he actually had higher ground on me. I'm using the shockwave hammer again and striking that blow to win this game. It was an awesome game. Well guys, I'm Argent Leo. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I gave you guys some good points and tips on winning at hyping. And if you do enjoy the content of this channel, please do consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in my next video.